Oh, diarrhea, cha cha cha, diarrhea, cha cha cha. Oh. Oh, c'est magnifique, c'est magnifique. Oh, season 2, episode 234, July 31st, DylanSprouse, Courtney Mason, Sprouse, whatever.
And releasing a new album and single, The Older You Get.
And the best day of your life becomes a day that it's about getting older, you know, on top of all the chaos of the band breaking up. At that same time, through all the lawsuits, I went bankrupt. My mom got stage 3 lymphoma cancer.
Sign the dotted line,
My
kid.
parents divorced. My best friend died in a car accident in front of me.
Jeez.
I remember one day sitting in my bed looking up at the ceiling, and I made that decision right in that moment that whatever I need to do to get out of this funk, I'm going to do it. You know, I told my whole team, I need to go on tour. I need to make music.
CV, drawn to music at just 5 years old, leading him to the limelight as a teen. He made it to the top 9 on American Idol before getting voted off. But soon after, an opportunity struck when a fellow musician reached out.
He was just like, do you want to come out to LA with a couple friends? And I was like, free trip to LA? And it was one of the best weeks of my life.
And that friend was Sean P. Diddy Combs.
An opportunity struck when a fellow musician reached out.
He was just like, do you want to come out to LA with a couple friends? And I was like, free trip to LA?
And that mystery friend was none other than Michael Jackson. And that mystery friend was none other than Michael Jackson. And that mystery friend was none other than Michael Jackson.
An opportunity struck when a fellow musician reached out.
He was just like, do you want to come out to LA with a couple friends? And I was like, free trip to LA? And it was one of the best weeks of my life. We just hit it off immediately. I think someone was like, why don't we make a band? You know, why don't we do something? Oh, wow, that's got a ring to it.
Why Don't We was formed. Their first single, Taking You, helping them make their mark. His latest project proving he still has more to show.
My fans literally are the reason that I am still doing music, or even just putting that tour up.
Sure,
like I was like, what am I
You
doing?
need to
Like
eat food,
I'm
you
about
dumbass.
to be the biggest joke in the world right now, putting this up, and sold out.
Well, imposter syndrome there.
Oh, like no other.
After so many lessons already learned, and now stepping out solo, CV is looking forward.
If you could tell your younger self something, what would that be?
Take what others say with a grain of salt. trust yourself. If you make the effort to make your life better and make that decision, I promise you, I'm living proof that it can happen for you.
Our thanks to Megan. When we come back, what happens when the person you think you know best turns out to be a total stranger?
Oh, it's just my girlfriend.
Hi, Rizzy. I'm all in with clear skin. Takes a game to clear it.
The thrill of finding your path with the Nissan Pathfinder Rock Creek.
My moderate to
They said that since my son had displayed no other symptoms,
Take advantage of our limited time offer featuring 50% off installation.
News this morning.
Finally tonight, the husband and father she thought she knew until everything unraveled.
September 29th, 2021. My husband called me and asked me to set up a Venmo account for him. I didn't do it right away, but he called me back pretty frantic. I could tell he was really anxious. So I was like, what's he hiding? Then I saw the hidden folder. I opened it. And I couldn't believe my eyes.
The binge-worthy docuseries Betrayal, A Father's Secret, based on the #1 true crime podcast of the same name, is streaming now on Hulu. That's Nightline. We'll see you right back here at the same time tomorrow. Thanks for staying up with us. Good night, America.
Are you dreading this month's utility?
And most people were clear and releasing a new album and single, The Older You Get.
And the best days of your life become today.
Died in a car accident in front of me.
Drawn to music.
I think someone was like, why don't we make a band? Why don't we do something? Oh, wow, that's got a ring to it.
Why Don't We was formed. Their first single, Taking You, helping them make their mark.
There was chaos.
Weekend at McCormick Place.
It's live with Kelly and Mark. Today from the dark comedy The Duel, DylanSprouse. Plus DIY pest control when your home is invaded by creepy crawlers. Also, the girls check in with the viewers on another edition of The Inbox. All next on Live. welcome to the show. It's Wednesday, July 31st, 2024. This is it, July. Say goodbye, July.
Say goodbye, July. It was nice knowing you.
Nice knowing you. I had the best afternoon of my life.
There was
yesterday.
excitement in the house.
There was a
yesterday
buzz
afternoon.
in the house.
Yes.
There was chaos in the house.
I saw
a bar cart was involved.
I saw drinks being made
Drinks
in the afternoon.
Cocktails in the afternoon.
In the afternoon.
Utz potato chips being served. Screwdrivers, and I mean the drink, not the tool. Why, Kelly? Why, you ask?
Why?
Art Moore was a guest on my podcast.
Did you hit him hard? Did you hit him with some hard questions? Was it like Frost Nixon?
It was everything I had dreamed it would be and more.
Did you learn something?
I always learn something. Every time I talk to Art, I learn something. I learn so many things about you. Just talking to you is such a treat, but like having a real conversation about Art's backstory. Art was a child once. He wasn't just born in the
Wait, you got the origin story of the show?
I got the art of the show.
No, of his life, the TV show of his life?
Art Moore origin story.
Well, a Jewish person gave a bunch of money and said, go be famous, get in television, kid, and if you need more money, just come to me. And then he got a job with other Jewish people. And that's pretty much what's repeated itself over and over, dozens of times.
More origins.
Multiple dozens of times, possibly hundreds of times over the last 62 years.
Story, and I'm not going to give too much away. I'll give you like a little sprinkling, a little smattering. Art Moore is not just an executive. Art Moore was at one time a child star. I will leave it at that.
Yes.
You'll have to.
Are you serious?
Yes, you will have to listen. I'm not going to give you the whole thing.
All I know is I popped in for a second. And usually the podcast room, which is our son's, Michael's
former bedroom, which it's still got a bed in it.
Yeah,
it's still got all of his stuff, and then we put an Amazon card table in the corner, and now we call it a podcast studio.
There's usually 3 or 4 people there that have to work on the show, and they're doing their thing. Mm-hmm. There were people. Lola was in there.
We had audience members. We had people sitting on the bed. People were like really tuned in, and that's how you know, like, Art Moore means so much to us that to have him in the house, people were acting crazy.
Well, I'm glad you did this. I'm glad you got it. You got it down. It'll be there for everybody to listen to.
Yeah.
People will be because
easily the most interesting episode.
You are beloved.
You are beloved. You are beloved.
That's something that's earned. He earned like that. He earns it.
He puts
the work in. Yeah. It's just. I'm glad. I can't wait to listen to it.
It's so good. It's so good.
Yeah. Okay. Well, here's the weather report for this week. Oh. Look at that. A lot of humidity. Look at that.
I don't believe it. I'm starting to not believe it because it was supposed to be raining.
Yeah.
It's supposed to be raining all week, and it hasn't really rained yet.
Oh, it did in Long Island, yeah.
It did in Long Island?
Yeah. Well, there's going to be a
Did you
thunderstorm.
go out to Long Island since I saw you last?
Have reports.
Reports.
Lord, Mrs. Gelman.
Mrs. G is running around the house, rattling around in that castle of yours by herself.
Hey, since it is hot outside, it's very, very hot, being hydrated makes you a better person.
Oh, yes.
What does that mean?
It means
Explain to me what that means.
Hydrated Americans are most likely to help a coworker in need more than dehydrated coworkers. They're in better moods. What else? It says Americans, 8 in 10 Americans said their lives, including work quality, relationships, health, and mood, would improve when they improve their hydration. I drink a gallon of water a day. What would you say? What say you to that?
I say,
what's my mood like?
I would say that your water drinking is irritating, and I'll tell you.
This is coming from a person who does not drink a gallon of water a day. Let me just tell you right now.
I'll tell you why it's irritating. He doesn't just drink water.
Yes.
Okay. So he's got these canteens that he carries around, and he leaves.
I don't drink out of plastic.
I understand that, but you could drink out of a water glass like the rest of society. He carries these metal canteens around.
That's correct.
And he leaves them everywhere.
That means I know how many I've consumed.
How would you know that? You leave them everywhere.
Because the ones that are left, the ones that are left around are empties.
Yeah, but I have to pick them up.
Oh, yes, you're picking them up. They're on my side of the...
They're never on your side of anywhere.
They're on my side.
The only ones that are on your side are the ones that I have frustratedly tossed there. Like, put this on yours. Anywhere he follows me around, and it's not that it's just that he leaves them everywhere. It's that they rattle, so you hear him coming. He sounds like a dairy cow. And then he's got to unscrew it. And he's always waiting for, like, when Judge Judy is issuing her ruling. That's when he's going to, like, make a lot of noise. And I'm like, I can't hear what she just said.
Sounds like you don't drink enough water, sweetie. Maybe you would be less irritated, but I will say that.
He is irritating. And guess what else? The sound the water makes when he drinks, it's as if he's been trapped in a desert for months and months. He's like, I'm like, can't you just swallow water like a person?
When the first iteration of these canteens had the metal screw in, so it would be like, and I was like, okay, I agree that's kind of, so I got a different.
And the second iteration is somehow louder and more.
Hey, guess what? We're gonna have a hydration segment on Monday.
Yeah.
We can talk about it.
Yeah.
Well, we'll give you more information.
Don't read your talk points off the cue cards. That's it.
It's not
give him ideas of how to respond to me. He's doing fine on his own.
Sweetie, have some water.
I have my own water.
Have some more.
I have my own water.
I wonder if I could just hook you up to an IV at night when you sleep.
That works two ways. Hey, listen to this. This is exciting news. An English woman, 60-year-old English woman, suddenly woke up one morning speaking with a Swedish accent.
She hit her head.
No, she didn't. Initially, they thought she may have had a stroke.
Yeah, she did.
She did have, I guess, a heart attack. Yes, she had a heart attack, but she was officially diagnosed with foreign accent syndrome.
We've seen that. We love that. I want a French accent.
I believe that I have that, but I only have that when I'm around people with accents.
No, we've seen this where people are in a coma or they have a head injury and they wake up and they have like a very distinct foreign accent.
Yes, and they say it is foreign accent syndrome is a rare disorder that occurs after trauma to the brain.
Wow, that'll be an interesting one to have. Swedish. That's an interesting one.
Yeah, that's a hard one to pull off.
Yeah. Hey, and she's okay. And has she moved to Sweden?
No, she has not moved to Sweden. She's been losing it, but I would really work hard on keeping that. But I guess if you already have a British accent, do you really need the Swedish accent?
No.
It's an embarrassment of riches.
Right. Okay, I don't know if you heard about this. Miracle rescue. After 40 hours in the ocean, a scuba couple. I'm not sure they're married, but it's a lady and a gentleman. They were stranded at sea. They were in a scuba group, and then there was a storm.
I mean, we've seen that movie.
I know. Yeah. There was a storm. It wasn't like they were forgotten. There was just chaos getting back on the boat, and sometimes you drift with currents. They couldn't find them. 40 hours at sea. What would you and I? Let's talk about that conversation for 40 hours. There'd be a lot of finger pointing. I know that for sure.
Well, it would most certainly be your fault.
Yes.
I would have to keep you calm because you're the one that panics in situations like that.
Excuse me?
First of all, let's get to you scuba diving.
Right. I wouldn't do it.
This wouldn't have happened to Mark because he would have been clinging to the side of the boat.
Yeah, I wouldn't scuba dive. I don't like scuba diving.
So how long would you look for me before you'd call off the search? Mark would have lasted 40 minutes. Well, I guess she's gone.
No, but they came up, they floated 15 miles away from where they were.
Wow.
15 miles, and they made it. It was off the coast of Texas, is that right? Yeah. So,
wow.
Yeah, in the Gulf.
Right, in the Gulf. So so the water was warm, I'm assuming.
I'm assuming it's pretty. It's still.
That would be my fear because I get cold pretty quickly.
Yeah. Then they went to.
Who saved them? The Coast Guard.
The Coast Guard. They found them. I guess the helicopter. They found.
Incredible.
They went to a deli. They went to a deli, and because they were big fans of delis, and the guy at the deli recognized them and comped their meal.
Yeah, they had a big salami sandwich.
Yeah.
That's incredible.
Yeah.
I mean,
Nathan and Kim Maker. Yes, that's their names. So they were a married couple. I guess they.
Boy, that's scary though when your last name is Maker and you're afraid you're about to meet yours. I'm glad they didn't. That's really scary.
I know.
Do you remember that movie?
Open water.
Open water.
We were on a boat.
Yeah, we were on a boat.
A little boat.
We were
where
on
you
a
sleep
little
in the
boat.
hole. You sleep in the little hole, and you can hear the water lapping up.
And we decided to watch this movie. He's
Open
like,
water.
Let's watch this movie, Open Water. And then I was like, this is not the movie to watch while we're sleeping in basically underwater in the sleeve of a boat.
Is that was that the same trip I went scuba diving and had a freak out? It might have been. It could have been.
I don't think so.
Might have been another trip. Because the guy.
I just remember you freaking out underwater.
Yeah.
It was very irritating.
You weren't there.
I know.
You weren't there for
I wasn't taking a scuba diving lesson.
Right.
I know how to scuba dive. You were taking a lesson.
Yeah.
And he got about 4 feet underwater.
No, that's not true.
And panicked.
That's not true. We started
I was like, just stand up.
No. Why do you say that?
Because you weren't that deep.
What are you saying that?
You weren't.
We started at 4 feet. We started at 4 feet.
You're in a pool. Stand up.
Listen. All I know is this captain of this boat wanted to kill me. He wanted to kill me for a whole week. He's like, "Do you want to try scuba diving?" Like, I don't want to try scuba diving, dude. I just want to hang out and go swimming and snorkeling. I like that. Snorkel. Not so deep, come back up. He's like, you should try scuba diving. Like, fine, let's try scuba diving. So I went down and we started at 5 feet. Okay, cool. I do all the signals, clear the mask.
He learned this. He learned this. He learned this. But what the captain wasn't prepared for, and by all accounts, for those under the water. Again, I was not under the water. By all accounts, Mark started speaking some other language that nobody talked.
So then we went. We did like a 15-foot one. Easy peasy. That's not a big deal. Easy peasy. Swim around. Cool. That's awesome. Then the next one was 30 feet. Right, 30 feet. So this is great. There's nice reefs. I'm down. I'm scoobing. Like this, and all of a sudden I look up. And it's the same, perceptively, it's the same thing of being, if you're scared of heights, looking over, seeing all that water above you freaked me out. And so my friend came by and goes, "Are you okay?" I went, "No." I just couldn't breathe. I went like that. And that was the end of my scuba diving.
You could be claustrophobic.
I could have died down there. And then where would you be? I say you. Don't answer answer that. Don't answer that. All right, you're alive. Hey, before we get to the board, today, speaking of your podcast you had with Art, Let's Talk Off Camera, season 2, a new episode is out today from the New Jersey Housewives, guys. From the New Jersey Housewives, Teresa Giudice.
Yes.
Did you get into it?
Oh, we got into it.
Yeah?
We got into everything.
Did you make a peace accord between the families?
No.
No, okay.
I tried. I really tried.
There's hope. There's always hope.
That's what I said.
There's always hope.
That's what I left
Anyway,
it
it's
with.
out today. Check it out.
Yeah, it's very interesting discussion. Hey, we've got a huge show today. Guess what? We have a half of a twin here.
Oh.
I mean, we have the full twin, but half of the duo.
Half the duo. Oh.
DylanSprouse is here.
And we'll share some ideas for do-it-yourself pest control. I love that. I do it myself all the time.
Yes, you do.
I
Some
do.
of your tricks are in this.
I know.
You must feel very proud of yourself.
Yeah, vindicated.
All right, you know what time it is.
Yeah.
It's the moment you've all been waiting for. It's time to play.
Okay. Let's say hello to Stephanie Stowe from Morristown, Indiana, who watches the show on WRTV. Good morning, Stephanie. How are you?
I am wonderful. Good morning, guys.
Good morning. That's a great photo. Where are you in this picture?
I was up at Lake Michigan.
Oh, yes.
Yep.
Nice.
Yep. They've got big sand dunes there, right?
Yes, they do.
They do. They do. Okay. You know how this game works, Stephanie. You've given us 2 statements. One is true, one is not. I have 60 seconds to decide which is the truth, and if you stump me, you'll win this. And that. All right, here are Stephanie's 2 statements. I was given a Persian kitten for my birthday, or I can't sleep without my white noise app. Oh, okay. Do you like cats?
I love cats.
And did you have cats before you were given this kitten?
Yes.
Okay. And how many cats do you have?
Only one. I have that one Persian kitten.
Okay. And
and Persian kittens, are they like the fluffy ones with the blue eyes and the
Very
like
face, big, super fluffy, big personality.
Right, yeah.
What's the kitten's name?
Her name is Fluffum.
Fluffums?
Yep, very fitting.
And how long ago were you given this kitten?
About 4 months ago.
Oh, cool.
She's just a baby.
Oh, great. Okay. So tell me about the white noise sleep app. How did you? Yeah.
It's my absolute favorite thing. So it helps me get to sleep. And every day of the week, I listen to a different noise on my app.
Which is your favorite one?
Honestly, I think it's the elevator music.
Did not see that coming.
I didn't either.
How does that go? How does that sound? Can you give me a rendition?
Well, I can't sing it, but it is very slow and rhythmic. And I listen to that on Thursdays.
On Thursdays, we listen to elevator music.
Yes.
It's very, very specific.
You know, Lena likes that commercial, the white noise.
The white noise,
commercial,
yeah.
But she likes the green noise.
The green noise, yeah.
Yeah.
So do I. All right, Stephanie, that was very specific. You listen to it on Thursdays, huh?
Mm-hmm. I listen to Rain on Mondays.
I'm sure you do. All right, I'm gonna say you have a big fluffy kitten named Fluffum, and you got it as a gift for your birthday.
That is true, Mark.
Yes.
Stephanie, if you get a chance, will you send us a picture of your kitten?
I absolutely will. We dressed her up. So
oh my God.
She's a very spoiled baby.
All right, Stephanie, listen.
I love those cats.
You didn't win the mug. or the t-shirt, but you still have a chance to win a valuable trip. It's time for sensational travel trivia.
From Windermere, Florida.
Yeah.
Let me tell you, I enjoyed that thoroughly. Deja, spin that wheel and see if we can't win Stephanie a prize. All right. Okay, Steph, you're playing for a trip for two to the Los Establos Boutique Inn in Panama. 8 days, 7 nights in a premium suite. It includes 3 premium meals daily, 1 premium excursion per day. It's a prize valued at $8,000 premium dollars. You have 20 seconds and only 1 guess. Good luck, Stephanie.
All right, Stephanie, here we go. Earlier this week, what type of festival did I say I attended in Italy? That was Monday, yeah?
Yeah.
10 seconds.
I know you guys went versus the Dags in London, but
Yeah.
that.
You attended a festival.
Oh, I'm sorry. It was the Grain Festival.
Grain Festival, gosh.
Oh, but here's the thing. You have that beautiful kid and you can't go on vacation anyway.
You're right. You're right.
Listen, Stephanie, there's still exciting news. You're now entered into our grand prize drawing for a Caribbean vacation valued at approximately $14,000. Now, you and a lucky member of our studio audience will each receive a Typher Dome air fryer valued at approximately $500. So please pick a number between 1 and 151.
I'm going to go with number 77 today.
77. When we return, DylanSprouse is here. Stick around.
Still ahead on Live. We'll show you how to make your own homemade pest remedies. We'll open the inbox to hear your comments and questions. And coming up next, DylanSprouse.
Have you tried these new Febreze car vent clips? The new intensity dial gives you total control. I can turn it up. That smells good. Or turn it down. Nice and light. Enjoy 40 days of freshness your way.
Zyrtec Allergy Relief works fast and lasts a full 24 hours, so Dave can be the
deliverer of dance.
Okay, Dave. Let's be more than our allergies. Seize the day with Zyrtec.
Things are really heating up here at the Joneses.
Those old windows can't keep the heat out or the cool in.
Good thing they teamed up with Window Nation.
They scored really big on a huge selection of high-quality windows that cost a lot less than they thought. See how much you could save for the free estimate today.
You're living with roommates and managing fine. Even if this one bedroom is shared by 9. Ooh, that's a lot of people. Just remember to take life one spoonful at a time and go. Go to your safe place.
Wyatt. With an unrivaled selection of products for your home, plus award-winning service, App has been one of Chicagoland's most trusted retailers since 1936. Enhance your outdoor space with a new grill. Explore our selection of luxury watches and accessories in the Time Store. Or put the finishing touch on your home's exterior with a new garage door. And App's professional installers will make sure everything is set up just right. We're not just electronics and appliances. We're everything. We're App.
Welcome back. Don't forget tomorrow's show, Minnie Driver will be here.
And we'll share some summer and skin and beauty bargains.
And we'll tell you all you need to know about the latest prescription weight loss drugs. Oh my gosh, yes, yes. So we're going to find out which ones
going to tell us,
which ones we should be on.
Yeah, well, I don't know about that.
I'm kidding.
I know.
All right, Gelman. He literally has grown up before our very eyes. Please welcome one of our favorite twins, DylanSprouse.
How we doing?
I mean, how are you doing?
Oh, it's been a run.
It's been a run for sure.
You know, Dylan, Kelly has a fascination with
adult twins.
Identical twins.
Really?
I am fascinated by them.
I've had enough of them.
You sound just like your brother when you say that.
Yeah, it's too much for me.
Really?
Yeah.
Was it hard for you to have your own individual identities?
He goes through phases. Like right now, he's stealing mine again.
He's stealing
what?
Yeah.
What is it?
It's the facial hair.
It's the facial hair. It looks good on him. It looks great on you.
Thank you. I was about to interrupt you.
Okay, let me ask you a question. Who wore the little bandana around their neck first?
He did do that.
Okay, did you ever take that one?
No, I didn't like that look.
Oh, I like it.
No, I want him to have his own style. Make some mistakes.
Make some mistakes so you know what not to do? Is that it?
Exactly.
Oh, amazing.
Try things out, and then I decide what's best.
So, your brother was on my podcast, and he told me this incredible story about the two of you on the Sweet Life of Zach and Cody, and you were working all the time and then going to set school, and Matt Damon had come to the set because his kids really wanted to meet you guys, but it was your downtime and you were playing video games and you sort of blew off Matt Damon. Can you give me your version of events?
Here's what I'll say. I was the member of a very active World of Warcraft guild, and we had particular raiding days, okay?
Okay.
So the week leading up, everyone was very excited Matt Damon was coming around, and I immediately knew there was going to be a problem because that was a raid day.
Right.
So when Matt Damon did come around, my dad even visited the set, which was rare for him.
Right.
And Matt Damon knocked on the door of the schoolroom, and he walked in and said, "Hey, boys, good to see you." And I remember distinctly turning over my shoulder while playing in a raid and being like, "Oh, I don't really have time for this." And eventually got up. My character died in game. I got up, greeted him. I remember rushing back over, and my dad, who you've met, grabbed me by the shoulder, and he goes, "If I ever see you do that again, you were never playing video games again."
Wow.
Right. And I actually quit World of Warcraft after that. So it was a pretty eye-opening moment for me. Yeah. No, I regret it.
Have you seen Matt Damon since?
No. I haven't.
Well, let's bring him out right now. Matt Damon!
Sorry, I gotta go raid.
Do you think you and Cole will ever work together again?
Hopefully not. No. I hope so. I will say though, there's not very many good roles for twins in general. It's usually pretty hokey. I remember Cole distinctly being kind of bitter about Tom Hardy being a twin playing. He doesn't like when people play two different real people. And I looked at him and I was like, Cole, I don't think they were looking for guys like us to play that role anyway, if they're hiring Tom Hardy. But I think if anything, I'm getting more into executive producing now and making projects. And I think if anything, we'll probably just have to make something.
So would you ever cast your brother in something and then,
as a producer,
and then be his boss?
I thought it would be pretty funny to start casting him in roles where he gets like killed in the movies a lot. Kind of South Park Kenny. I thought that would be kind of funny.
You know, where he's on screen for like 5 minutes. Yeah. And then explodes. Yeah. All right, we need to take a break. When we come back, we're going to ask Dylan how chicken parm played a role in his latest movie. I love chicken parm.
Still ahead on Live, some do-it-yourself pest control ideas. I have moderate to severe Crohn's disease. Now there's Skyrizi. Things are looking up. I've got symptom relief. Control of my Crohn's means everything to me. Control is everything to me. Feel significant symptom relief at 4 weeks with Skyrizi, including less abdominal pain and fewer bowel movements. Skyrizi is the first IL-23 inhibitor that can deliver remission and visibly improve damage of the intestinal lining. And Skyrizi is proven to help deliver long-lasting remission at 1 year. Serious allergic reactions and an increased risk of infections or a lower ability to fight them may occur. Tell your doctor if you have an infection or symptoms, had a vaccine, or plan to. Liver problems may occur in Crohn's disease. Now's the time to ask your gastroenterologist how you can take control of your Crohn's with Skyrizi. Learn how AbbVie could help you save.
Now with Straight Talk, get iPhone 12 for a super great deal. All with real unlimited data. Super interested? Cool. Buy iPhone 12 with super fast 5G and a dual camera system. Then get real unlimited data on the Silver Unlimited plan for just $20 a month for a whole year. That's $300 in savings. Told you it was super great. Savings plus a new iPhone always makes sense. Less dollars, more sense. Now with Straight Talk.
If I'm reading this correctly, we're underwater.
You're not reading it correctly.
Business is booming. I'm blowing up enemies with friends.
Most people have a head.
Sure, the in crowd.
I love you, Bendit.
Amanda, you said we was engaged.
Are you two timing me?
Two? Nah, it's way more than that.
Chicago is a world-class city in so many different ways.
People that live in this town are very proud of this town.
I get the pride that they feel in their streets and their communities and their neighborhood, and especially as far as food goes. Chicago is a great food town. Even though we're all different, we share so much in common. My heart is here and my roots are here. Chicago is my home, and it made me who I am.
I can't imagine a better place. This is home.
I challenge you to meet me on the field of honor.
You don't want that.
I know exactly what I want.
Colin, you must accept or deny this challenge here in front of your peers.
I'm just as likely to get hurt.
Fine. I accept.
Challenge accepted.
That was DylanSprouse and a scene from the Duel. So tell us about this movie, the movie of which the idea was born in a restaurant.
Yes. So a longtime friend of mine, Luke Roberts and Justin Matthews, both co-wrote and directed this movie. And I worked with Luke on this movie called Banana Split years ago, which shot up in Syracuse. And he sent me the script and said, hey, this movie is about two boys who gravely wrong each other, and they challenge each other to a duel to the death. And I think you'll like it, and I want to know if you want to be in it. I read it immediately and then called them up and said, hey, we need to meet right now. I want to executive produce this. Let's go to Dan Tana's. And we had chicken parmesan and talked about the movie, and now it's, 4 years later. And look at
I swear the chicken parm at Dan Tana's is where all Hollywood deals happen.
all the best ones do.
Yeah, for sure.
Okay, so you're releasing this in movie theaters just for one night.
Tonight.
Tonight.
Tonight's the night.
What's the idea behind that? I think it's
Personally, I love a full theater of people.
Yeah.
And I think it's a way to get audiences back in the theaters a little bit, to eventize it. I'm going to be personally, I've been keeping this a secret, but I'm personally jumping around from NYC theaters tonight just to pop in.
So you'll be all over New York City theaters?
We have a bunch of the crew and cast around the city tonight, and we're just going to be jumping around and saying hi to people while we're around.
Will Matt Damon be there?
Matt Damon is raiding, actually.
Yeah.
He's playing World of Warcraft.
So people have to, like, they'll be in the theaters, and you may be, like,
I might be
randomly
right
seated there.
behind them.
That's exciting.
Making them laugh.
That's very exciting.
All right, so you executive produced that this movie. What was that like? What was it different? Because usually just acting. How did this feel?
Well, you know very well, when you're acting, you're just in one part of the production cycle. I've never really engaged in the pre and post production cycle. So for me, this was a challenge just to be, I guess, engaged in that way throughout the whole process. I'm really glad I did. EPing is tough. I don't think it's something that I would have expected to be that hard. I know the cliche is actors go, I want to direct. I would be a terrible director. I know that already. But the EPing thing has been interesting to me. I don't think I could do it without such a talented crew, though, behind me. I'm working with all my friends, which is kind of the dream.
Because you have your own shorthand, you know each other well.
Precisely.
Yeah.
Precisely.
We're so excited.
Yeah.
This is it. Listen, it's one night only, guys.
Yes.
The Duel release
Check it out.
in theaters tonight. One night only. Make sure you check out DylanSprouse. He could be seated next to you.
For our next tips for some do-it-yourself pest control. Stick around.
Tomorrow on Live, from the series The Serpent Queen, Minnie Driver.
Look out, 'cause here I come.
Have you always had trouble losing weight and keeping it off? Same.
Discover the power of Wegovy. And I'm marching on to the beat I drum.
With Wegovy, I lost 35 pounds. And some lost over 46 pounds.
Wegovy.
And I'm keeping the weight off.
Wegovy helps you lose weight and keep it off. I'm reducing my risk. Wegovy is the only FDA-approved weight management medicine that's proven to reduce risk of major cardiovascular events in adults with known heart disease and with either obesity or overweight. Wegovy shouldn't be used with semaglutide or GLP-1 medicines. Don't take Wegovy if you or your family had medullary thyroid cancer, multiple endocrine neoplasia syndrome type 2, or if allergic to it. Stop Wegovy and get medical help right away if you get a lump or swelling in your neck, severe stomach pain, or an allergic reaction. Serious side effects may happen, including pancreatitis and gallbladder problems. Wegovy may cause low blood sugar in people with diabetes, especially if you take medicines to treat diabetes. Tell your provider about vision problems or changes, or if you feel your heart racing while at rest. Depression or thoughts of suicide may occur. Call your provider right away if you have any mental changes. Common side effects like nausea, vomiting, and diarrhea may lead to dehydration, which may cause kidney problems.
With Wegovy,
I'm losing weight.
I'm keeping it off.
And I'm lowering my CV risk. That's the power of Wegovy. Check your cost and coverage before talking to your healthcare professional about Wegovy.
This is Steve and Samantha Malman. This is Alana Malman. Alana just joined the family firm, and she's ready to fight for people injured in a car crash. Alana has the skills, she has the training, and she knows what matters. Hitting big insurance hard so her clients can win 3 times more, and she's not pulling any punches.
I think you're ready.
This is gelmanlaugh, and this family knows what matters most.
Basement water problems lurk beneath the surface, and Chicago knows it's not enough to get them fixed by just anyone. They've got to be fixed right. That's why you can count on the experts at U.S. Waterproofing to get to the bottom of things. Since 1957, we've protected basements all over Chicagoland with customized solutions to fit any home and budget. Just ask your neighbors. Schedule your free consultation today at uswaterproofing.com and enjoy no interest and paid in full in 1 year. U.S. Waterproofing. A better basement starts with us.
Whether they're invading your garden or making their way into your house, pests can really wreak havoc. Ways to keep those critters away is Courtney Mason from The Spruce.
Hi, Courtney. Welcome to the show.
Thank you so much for having me. I'm excited to be here.
We're excited because we do some of these things and we're feeling very good about ourselves. So.
And I bet you guys have the cleanest house on the block.
Very
too.
clean.
We definitely have the cleanest
Even
house.
still,
You still
pests
get stuff.
in.
Yes,
Right?
of
They
course.
just want to be with you, but we don't want them.
What's going on
We
here?
don't.
We don't want them. And offense is the best defense. And one of the things that we can do is clean up quick problems like a spill.
Oh,
So-
Yeah, don't leave it around. Don't leave the crumbs there.
Keep a dustbuster handy
That
so
makes
that
me
you can
very
get
happy.
to them.
Yes.
I love that.
And then what you can also do is invest in a really good trash can. And when I say really good, I mean you're just looking for one with a lid and one that stays sealed. It can be any color, it can be any material, but you want that lid. And take the trash out regularly.
Yes.
Because it's full of all the delicious stuff that bugs love.
Yes.
Yes. Okay, tell me about these lavender sachets. I have these. I put them in with my sweaters, with
Exactly.
my when I store my
Smells
clothes,
so good.
everything.
So it smells really good to us, right? But what's interesting is that the lavender does not smell good at all to those moths that you're trying to keep out of your closet.
Stupid moths.
Stupid moths. They're trying to eat my sweaters. So the lavender has this nice benefit of making our closet smell great, but repelling the moths just by placing these
And
sachets around.
your sweaters smell so good when you take them out of storage.
You're
for the
walking moth repellent.
Yes.
All right.
So
Which is
nice.
I do this. Tell me about
I
this.
heard that you do this. This is your specialty. So fruit flies, they are so common this time of year because they love our summer produce, our summer veggies, our bouquets of flowers.
Yep.
Are they born in the fruit? Like, do they come out of the
Feels
fruit?
like they come out of the
Yes.
fruit, but they often actually travel home from the grocery store on the skins of your fruit.
Ah.
So you want to wipe that down before you even get inside.
Okay.
But then they do sometimes just magically appear, right? And
Okay.
for that, you head to your pantry. We love this DIY at the Spruce too.
Yep.
Grab the apple cider vinegar, pour it in. You just kind of want two or three
fingers.
fingers worth. Exactly.
Does it have to be white vinegar or just
Apple cider is good
Okay,
because we
got
like
it.
the fermentation that's happening.
How's
there.
that? That's
That's
perfect,
good.
yeah.
That's perfect.
Okay.
And then you'll add a few drops of dish soap. And the science here is that the dish soap breaks up the surface of the apple cider vinegar. So once you seal it with your tin foil here, you go ahead and do that. And I know you also like to use plastic wrap at home. which
Yeah.
Yes.
Also works just as
That's
well. But it is a little bit more fun to stab a hole in the top of the tin.
How many
foil.
holes?
So just a couple, 6 or 7. And they have to be really small. Yep, you don't have to go crazy because the fruit flies are super tiny.
And they go
So they
in
go
there.
on in there, but then they can't hover on the surface because of our dish soap. So they sink right in.
They may check in, but they'll never leave.
Yes. I love that.
It's really effective. A little gross, but really effective.
Yes.
He always does like a body count. Like he's like, look,
Yeah.
11 fruit flies.
All right, we need to take a break. When we return, Courtney's going to share more ways to prevent pests when we come back.
Injuries could cause larger than usual feet. I broke my left foot, and my left foot is larger than my right foot.
My right foot's bigger than my left foot.
That is why we found each other.
Mini driver from the Dairy Queen, plus summer skin and beauty bargains.
With Cascade Platinum Plus, I have upped my dish game.
See, in that dishwasher.
Watch me.
Platinum Plus gives you the highest standard of clean, even in your machine.
Clean enough for you?
Yeah.
Scrape, load, done. Cascade Platinum Plus.
Litter back. When cat litters are so heavy it hurts. If you suffer from litter back, try Tidy Cats Lightweight. Now with astounding 21-day odor control. At the Tidy Cats Innovation Lab, we've got your back. Tidy Cats Lightweight.
So is it easy to sell to Grandview Homes?
Within weeks, we closed and couldn't be happier.
Sounds like you'd recommend Grandview.
I would, without a doubt, recommend Grandview Homes.
Grandview Homes, the easiest and fastest way to sell your home.
Here, have another fan.
Need to replace your AC as soon as today? Help is just around the corner. Call now to get your carrier AC installed as soon as today and get 0% financing until 2026. Trust ABC and consider it done.
So you want things to be fast and easy? Nothing's easier than saving money with Insure on the Spot. Got it. Get your free auto insurance quote in just 2 minutes. Call or visit insureonthespot.com to get the lowest rates, period. Score big with rates as low as $49 a month. Call Chicagoland's #1 auto insurance agency today, 773-202-5060, or visit insureonthespot.com.
Courtney Mason from Sprouse teaching us how to keep the pests away this summer. Okay, what's next?
Okay, I have another scent trick for you, and that's to use peppermint oil. So that's another one of those scents that smells really great to us, but to ants especially, it says stay away, keep on marching.
Those ants love to come out when you drop one crumb, you've got ants.
Until we make our household peppermint spray.
Okay,
so that's exactly right. Hold that funnel and then pour in a cup of water.
Okay, so
we're working on making an easy spritz that we can keep around.
Okay, so
we'll pour that in there. Again, we love dish soap, magic ingredient for almost everything. It feels couple drops in there. Yep. And then you'll add 10 to 15 drops of peppermint. In this spritz, you can use underneath your sink, on the lower levels of your pantry.
Wow.
And this smell that smells so nice to us. But we're big humans.
Right.
They're tiny ants.
They're like, no!
And it's quite a strong scent.
Yeah.
Right.
So it overpowers them, makes them a little dizzy and disoriented, and they don't want to come back to that area.
Amazing.
The dish soap actually helps that scent cling to them. So not only do they scatter, but they tell the colony, stay away.
Get out of
they bring
here.
that scent back
They
with
tell
them.
them. Oh,
And they're like, get away from me. You smell like peppermint.
And it causes anarchy in the ranks.
Yeah.
It's great. No more ants in your house.
All right, drains.
Yeah.
Drains are a really common.
Always like little, like once in a while, like a bug will come up, fly.
That's bad.
Sea
It's
critters.
because it's a damp area, and especially in your kitchen sink, there's some food buildup, and those are just, who doesn't love those if I'm a bug?
Right.
So every, once a month, couple times a week, you want to flush your drain out, and you can just use baking soda and vinegar and basically middle school science.
Yeah, I love middle
So if you
school
guys want
science.
to pour that vinegar in that bowl, what you'll see is that foaming reaction. Yeah, that's probably good. Yeah. And what you're actually going to do at home is sprinkle the baking soda down your drain, follow it with the vinegar, and that fizzy reaction will bust through any of the buildup. So you can just give it a flush if it's ever funky or every couple of weeks to minimize that buildup there in your sink.
I want to do it again.
We've got more baking. I'll keep talking about this, but you keep going.
What's this?
So bugs also love to get in around small openings in your windows and your doors. So pay attention to any cracks or small openings. You can fill them up with this expandable foam sealer. It's pretty messy, so we're not going to squeeze it here. You always want to use gloves with this one.
Mark is dying
I think that basically signaled, please squeeze the expandable foam. Don't. Or you can use a draft stopper if you have space underneath your door. It's not just for the winter. It keeps bugs out, keeps your AC in. Yes, so many benefits from keeping this here.
What are your thoughts on glue traps for bugs and flies and things like that?
Glue traps can be really effective too. It's kind of similar to what we were talking about with the fruit fly trap, is that they can't stay away, and then you can kind of see the results of your success there. And and you
Very gratifying.
It can help you find problem areas in your home too if you place the traps around there and see where they're kind of gathering.
Let me tell you, we've got some very smart bugs in this studio that are experts at avoiding all of this. Because I mean,
All right, point me to them. We're going to set up every single one of these elements.
I'll take you backstage and you'll be like, what is happening?
Get rid of them once
Thank
for all.
you so much.
For more information on how to make your own pest control remedies, visit our website, livewithkellymark.com. Next, we're going to open up the inbox.
If you would like to know more about anything you see on Live, log on to our website at livewithkellyandmark.com.
Honey, you were so right. I listed this in less than a minute. I told you listing on Poshmark was quick and easy. Oh, I sold my black tote and my slip dress. Let's go get mani-pedis. Ooh, thanks, Mom. Thanks, Poshmark. Want extra cash? It's easy with the Poshmark app. Download to start selling today.
Valenti mango sorbetto is made with 100% real fruit without buns of mangoes.
I know.
Oh. Right? Valenti, raise the jar.
Experience the award-winning Best Musical, Back to the Future. Playing at the Cadillac Palace Theater August 13th through September 1st. Get your tickets yesterday.
One of summer's greatest hits, snapping that first back-to-school pic. But they might have other plans. One thing you can both agree on is that great style from top brands holds up until the last day of school pic, when you get to do this all over again. Getting ready for back to school at Macy's. Just one. of summer's greatest hits.
Nothing dims my light like a migraine. With Nurtec ODT, I found relief.
The only migraine medication that helps treat and prevent all in one.
To those with migraine, I see you.
For the acute treatment of migraine with or without aura and the preventive treatment of episodic migraine in adults. Don't take if allergic to Nurtec ODT. Allergic reactions can occur even days after using. Most common side effects were nausea, indigestion, and stomach pain.
It's time we all shine. Talk to a healthcare provider about Nurtec ODT from Pfizer.
Popeyes has the best of both wings. Our juicy chicken is marinated to perfection with 2 distinct twists on all 6 flavors. Whether you prefer our spicy bone-in wings or our classic tender white meat boneless wings, we've got the best of both.
Chicken from Popeyes.
For more than a decade, Farxiga has been trusted again and again and again. Ask your doctor about Farxiga.
Experience the award-winning Best Musical, Back to the Future, playing at the Cadillac Palace Theater August 13th through September 1st. Get your tickets yesterday.
Welcome back to the inbox. Bev from Rye, New York says, yes, I believe it's about, I believe that syndrome that you were talking to about this morning. My mom had brain surgery and came out only speaking Italian.
Wait, so she stopped speaking English and only
Good
spoke
thing
Italian?
I understood some Italian. Wow.
I mean,
You want to learn Italian?
it's true. From today's trivia caller, oh, Stephanie Stowe, here's Fluffums. She does dress Fluffums up. How cute. Oh my gosh, I love that.
Randy from Comac, New York said, oh, Kelly, I can absolutely relate. My husband guzzles his canteen water bottle as if he's been parched for a year. And what a horrible sound. Definitely a pet peeve in my house.
Thank you, Randy. It's so irritating. I'm going to videotape it, and then you guys can see. Crystal from Lock Haven, PA says, Kelly, here's my Persian Himalayan cat.
Oh.
They're so pretty, the
Really
cats. They're so fluffy.
Angelia from Cuseta, Alabama says, we sleep with pink noise. Our dogs sleep in our room with us with their open kennels. During fireworks or thunderstorms, our dogs will get into their kennels and I will turn on the pink noise and then give them a little bit of scotch. That's not what she said. That's not what she said. And they're fine.
Quickly, Don Esposito from Coconut Creek, Florida, found the picture of Art Moore as a child star.
We'll be right back. We'll be right back.
If you love watching our show from home, now's your chance to see it live and in person. You can check out all the stars, see part of the show, and maybe even win a prize. Don't miss out on all the fun. Visit our website and get your tickets for Live with Kelly and Mark now.
Is your cat getting too cool? Give him Temptations dry cat food.
Sometimes Jonah wrestles with falling asleep, so he takes ZQuil, the world's #1 sleep aid brand, and wakes up feeling like himself. Get the rest to be your best with non-habit-forming ZQuil. Better days start with ZQuil nights.
Cats want taste. You want healthy ingredients. With Blue Tastefuls, you don't have to compromise. Pick up Blue Tastefuls today.
It's never been easier to put on your shoes and help pets in need at the same time. With new hands-free Skechers Bobs for Dog Sports Slip-ins, just slip in and go. And they have already helped save over 2 million pets.
Insurance companies pay lawyers big money to make sure that the seriously injured get as little money as possible. Fight back. I'm Cliff Horowitz, the lawyer the insurance companies don't want to see. I've won over 99% of my cases, and a third of my jury verdict have set records. Back, neck, shoulder, brain injury. I won record-setting verdicts for all of them. And you get the Horowitz guarantee. If you don't win, you pay nothing. Guaranteed. If you're taking on an insurance company, call me, Cliff Horowitz.
Reignite your passion with custom anniversary bands from the Jewelry Exchange. 2-carat Fancy Lab bands, $14.90. 1-carat Classic Natural bands, $9.90. Half-carat Natural, $4.99. Unlimited choices, guaranteed to appraise for double. The Jewelry Exchange.
Celebrity musical performances, a vast exhibitors marketplace, and so much more. And this year on the main stage,
get ready to experience the soulful vibes with R&B legend Angie Stone.
Buy half-price tickets at Walgreens now. The Black Women's Expo this weekend at McCormick Place.
Visit BeWeNext.com.
Closed captioning sponsored in part by
Kellogg's Rice Krispies Treats. Connect on a sweeter level.
Guilt has the designers that get your heart racing. At insider prices, new every day. Hurry, they'll be gone in a flash. Designer sales at up to 70% off. Shop Guilt.com today.
Cats want taste. You want healthy ingredients. With Blue Tastefuls, you don't have to compromise. Pick up Blue Tastefuls today.
Tomorrow, so Mini Driver is here.
And summer skin and beauty bargains.
And the latest prescription weight loss. Oh, and the latest prescription weight loss drugs. See you tomorrow, everybody.
Watch your ABC7 AccuWeather team on Eyewitness News.
So you want things to be fast and easy? Call or visit insureonthespot.com to get the lowest rates, period. Score big with rates as low as $49 a month. Call 773-202-5060 today.
Meet Fargo, the new virtual assistant from Wells Fargo. Fargo makes banking faster and easier. Fargo, turn off my debit card. Lets you pick up the tab, even if you forget your wallet. I got this.
Fargo, send Kaz $145 and sell.
Fargo puts important information at your fingertips.
Fargo, what did I spend on groceries this month?
Hey, Dad, can the guy stay for dinner?
No. Want to see everything Fargo can do? You can with Wells Fargo.
Drive into summer with a new Honda Accord Hybrid, CR-V Hybrid, or the all-new Civic Hybrid. Take a vacation, staycation, or just a weekend drive with the windows down. Whatever you do, make it epic with Honda. The 2024 Kelly Blue Book's KBB.com Best Overall EV and Hybrid Brand. So act now. Buy online, reserve from select dealers, or hurry into the Honda Summer Event. This is Alana Mallman. She just joined the Mallman team. Alana's ready to fight for people injured in a car accident, so she's getting an office. Apparently, no one told Steve that it's his office. This is the Mallman Law Family. We know what matters most.
Wake up with ABC7 Eyewitness News this morning.
Now at 10, former President Trump in Chicago taking part in a contentious interview with black journalists.
His message to black voters and the new response from Vice President Kamala Harris.
Breaking tonight, the new 911 calls released in the Sonia Massey case.
Business burglary spree, thieves breaking in through the roof.
Tracking the threat of rain and even storms overnight into early tomorrow could impact your commute. Downpours, gusty winds. We'll have the details.
Diabetes patients in crisis waiting weeks for medicine because of its growing use for weight loss.
Our I-team on the new call to make diabetics a priority.
Live from Chicago, ABC7 Eyewitness News at 10 starts right now.
We start tonight with the fallout over former President Trump's Q&A session at the National Association of Black Journalists Convention. Hundreds of people gathered here in Chicago as 3 reporters asked him questions about various issues, and that discussion turning tense almost immediately.
And outside the event were dueling protests, some calling the former president over his policies, while others showed up in support. Now we're getting new reaction from both Trump and Vice President Kamala Harris, who spoke to voters tonight at events in Pennsylvania and Texas. ABC 7's Eric Hong is live downtown tonight with more on Trump's visit today. Eric.
Judy and Rob, the former president, hoping to improve his standing with minority voters today, only to make headlines with his comments about the vice president's racial identity. It began with a handshake before the gloves came off. The first question to former President Donald Trump from ABC's Rachel Scott.
You have told 4 congresswomen of color who were American citizens to go back to where they came from. You have used words like animal and rabbit to describe black district attorneys. Why should black voters trust you after you have used language like that?
Well, first of all, I don't think I've ever been asked a question so in such a horrible manner. First question. You don't even say, hello, how are you?
Trump said the Biden-Harris administration had failed black Americans with its economic and border security policies, repeating the controversial phrase, black jobs.
Coming from the border are millions and millions of people that happen to be taking black jobs. You had the best.
What exactly is a black job, sir?
A black job is anybody that has a job.
Trump seemed to cast doubt on Harris's racial identity.
And she was only promoting Indian heritage. I didn't know she was black until a number of years ago when she happened to turn black, and now she wants to be known as black. So I don't know, is she Indian or is she black?
She has always identified as a black woman.
I respect either
black college.
Trump was also asked about the shooting death of Sonia Massey near Springfield and his support for prosecution immunity for officers.
We need to have our police officers have the respect and dignity back. In this particular case, I saw something that didn't look good to me. I didn't like it.
Later, Mayor Brandon Johnson on the former president.
He is someone who can sit comfortably in our pain.
But some at the convention offering praise.
Black people have had it very difficult in this country, so I think there's always more to do. But Trump has done more than a lot have.
Convention organizers say they're working to set up a virtual Q&A with Vice President Harris next month after she declined an invitation for this week because of scheduling conflicts. Live downtown, Eric Hong, ABC 7 Eyewitness News.
Okay, Eric, thank you. And Vice President Harris responding to Trump's Chicago visit tonight while speaking in Houston at an event for Sigma Gamma Rho, a historically black sorority.
Donald Trump spoke at the annual meeting of the National Association of Black Journalists, and it was the same old show. The divisiveness and the disrespect.
Harris not directly addressing Trump's comments about her racial identity. Meanwhile, the DNC's virtual roll call process to formally nominate her as the Democratic presidential nominee begins tomorrow. Now, after leaving Chicago, Trump went to Pennsylvania for a rally tonight. It was his first visit to the state since the assassination attempt on him earlier this month in Butler, Pennsylvania. Trump spoke about the firefighter who died during that shooting.
Corey threw himself over his wife and daughters and died, shielding them from the bullets of a very disturbed guy. Corey is a hero to all of us.
Trump plans to return to Butler at some point, though his campaign has not released any details about that potential visit.
Breaking tonight, for the first time, we're hearing the 911 calls from the days leading up to the deadly shooting of Sonia Massey. Massey was shot and killed in her Sangamon County home earlier this month after calling police for help. The deputy who shot her has been charged with murder. And tonight, newly released records show Massey's mother called police the day before that shooting, saying her daughter was in mental distress. ABC 7's Liz Nagy in studio with us tonight and has new details. Liz?
Rob, that was one of multiple calls for help from the Massey home that same week. Tonight, we are hearing those pleas from Massey's mother and Sonia herself. Together, they lay out a clearer view of Sonia Massey's mental state before she was shot and killed in her kitchen. From inside the Sangamon County home of Sonia Massey, her mother dialed 911 on July 5th.
My daughter is being sporadic, and she's been mentally having a mental breakdown.
It was just after 9 a.m.
She's not a danger to herself. She's not a danger to me. But when she gets upset, then she thinks everybody's after her.
Sonia Massey's mother ended the nearly 3-minute call for emergency help with one final plea.
And please don't send no combative policemen that are prejudiced, please.
Paperwork filed by Springfield first responders showed Sonia Massey was recorded as not dangerous, but paranoid. And as she refused medical treatment, EMT spoke to Sonia and cleared her. About 16 hours later, Sonia Massey again called 911 herself to report a possible prowler.
I keep hearing stuff on the outside of my house, and it sounds like somebody was banging on the side of my house.
It was sheriff's deputies who responded. Body camera footage shows Massey meeting the officers outside her home, begging, "Don't hurt me." Minutes later, Deputy Sean Grayson, now fired and charged with first-degree murder, had shot and killed Sonia Massey in her kitchen. In body camera footage, Grayson can be heard asking dispatchers for any record of mental health calls from Massey. The call Grayson responded to was the last of multiple 911 calls made from Massey's home in the span of 48 hours. Now, there have been growing questions about former Deputy Grayson's employment history. Records show he worked at 6 different police departments in the span of 4 years. In a new statement tonight, after releasing Grayson's personnel file, the Sangamon County Sheriff said, quote, "No other law enforcement agency reported problems with Grayson before we hired him." Judy?
All right, Liz Nagy with the very latest on that for us tonight. Liz, thank you. The heat and humidity sticking around tonight, and so are the storm chances. We could see more rain overnight and into tomorrow.
Still warm out there tonight. Meteorologist Cheryl Scott tracking it all for us. Cheryl?
Yes, very warm and muggy. And back to the west, we are tracking some active weather. Severe thunderstorm watch boxes are up to the north and west as well as the south. So we have a 2-part system here. And notice this one, kind of outrunning the one to the north. This will continue to steer its way off to the east-southeast, but parts of the region here will be getting in on some rain overnight, even some storms as we head into early tomorrow morning. As we put this into motion, it does appear the heaviest of the rain will moving just south of the city. We'll dive in a little bit closer here, so we're quiet for the next couple of hours, but between about 6 a.m. and 11 a.m., we do have rain spreading in, the heaviest of the rain along and south of I-80. More details, the timing, how long the rain sticks around, as well as the heat and humidity. We'll time it out coming up, guys.
See you again soon. Thank you. A new at 10 loved ones released balloons, shared memories during a vigil for Cook County Sheriff's Deputy Raphael Wordlaw. He was shot to death early yesterday while off duty, and relatives described Wordlaw as kind and protective.
The most important thing I'm going to miss most about him is just hearing his voice and making us laugh.
Shooting happened during an attempted robbery at this Southside gas station. Police have a person of interest in custody.
We also have new video tonight showing the aftermath of a series of burglaries. Chicago police say thieves have been using ladders to get on rooftops and then break into those businesses. ABC 7's Keiko Guerin spoke with the owner of one of those businesses that was hit.
In each of the burglaries, detectives say the suspects got into the businesses through the roof. One Southside business owner we spoke with says it cost more to fix the damage than what was taken. Ahmed Hanna showing us how burglars were able to gain access into his hair salon before taking off with cash.
Somebody came over the roof and they cut the roof. They broke, make a hole, and they came in.
His hair salon on 95th and Troop was broken into last month in the early morning hours. Ahmed sharing these photos of the aftermath, the burglars tearing apart this ATM and getting away with an unknown amount of cash.
It's ridiculous, because I don't think he got a lot of money from the ATM machine. The money I spent it to fix the situation is more than he got.
Ahmed says the day after the break-in, a storm led to even more roof damage, causing a leak that destroyed the salon's floors.
It cost a lot, and we had to close the business down to fix it, and we have a big problem. It's a huge problem.
Chicago police say Ahmed's hair salon was one of 8 Southside businesses that burglars broke into through the roof over the past few months. Investigators still looking for the group responsible. Ahmed says this is the first time something like this has happened to him in his 20 years of business. Now he's hoping police will increase patrols in his area. At CPD headquarters, Kate Kogirin, ABC 7 Eyewitness News.
Okay, thank you. And relatives tonight say the road to recovery will be challenging for a 3-month-old boy who was shot in Chicago's Little Village neighborhood. Someone opened fire on the car that he was riding in Saturday. One bullet hit baby Jeremiah. He underwent surgery on Monday and remains in the ICU. Today, a family spokesperson read a statement from the baby's mother.
My child is lucky to be alive. They're calling him a miracle from God because they don't know how he's still here with us.
The baby's father was the apparent target. He was wounded, but is out of the hospital. No arrests have been made in this case.
We're learning new details tonight about the operation that killed the leader of Hamas, and fears of a larger war now growing.
And the final preparations underway with Lollapalooza kicking off tomorrow.
Diabetes patients in crisis, waiting weeks for their medicine because of its growing use for weight loss.
We need it for survival.
The new call to make diabetics a priority.
The I-Team investigates.
Coming up next.
After careful review of medical guidance and research on pain relief, my recommendation is simple. Every home should have Salon Paws. Powerful, yet non-addictive. Targeted and long-lasting. I recommend Salon Paws. It's good medicine.
Is it menopause or something else? The menopause journey has stages. Learn about yours with Clear Blue Menopause Stage Indicator that tracks your FSH hormone levels, combined cycle data. What's your menopause stage?
You've got a Pepto predicament, Ace. You overdid it on the loaded fries. Now your gut is in the gutter. Undo it with Pepto Fast Melts so you can keep on rolling. When you overdo it, undo it with Pepto-Bismol.
Save money with Oxford Auto Insurance.
Bad credit, accidents, tickets.
We cover all drivers. Come into one of our 50 Chicagoland locations where you can speak to one of our licensed agents. Oxford Auto Insurance, a Chicagoland company since 1945.
Disney Plus, Hulu Max bundle. Plans starting at $16.99 a month.
Breaking news just into our newsroom. Chicago police say they will announce charges tomorrow morning in the killing of off-duty Cook County Sheriff's Deputy Raphael Wordlaw. We told you just a few minutes ago he was shot to death early yesterday at a Southside gas station. There was a vigil tonight. Police not saying tonight who's being charged, but they did announce last night that they had that person of interest in custody.
And fears tonight about an all-out war in the Middle East after the Hamas political leader was killed. Ismail Haniyeh was in Iran attending the swearing-in of the country's new president. Iran says he was killed Israeli airstrike, but Israel has not claimed responsibility. It has hours after Israel did confirm killing a commander of Hezbollah. Tonight, Iran's supreme leader has vowed revenge. Iran backs both Hamas and Hezbollah.
Tonight, new concerns about a shortage of diabetes medications.
A local woman tests her medication has been on back order for weeks because many people are using the drug to lose weight. And tonight, she and others are urging manufacturers to put diabetes patients first.
Our consumer investigative reporter Samantha Chapman joins us with the calls for help.
Diabetes drugs have become increasingly popular because of their weight loss effect.
Well, that's it. Thanks for watching. Ooh. Thanks for liking and subscribe. Fuck you.